Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing the mummy tag that was created by the beautiful Emily Norris, and I've been tagged today by Jade Tomlinson. She's also known for Harrison and Me over on Instagram, so I'll leave her YouTube and Instagram details below. Thank you ever so much for the tag, Jade, and I will get straight into my mummy tag. If you're interested in my answers, then just continue to watch.
What I like about you. So dangerous.
Hi everybody, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Juliette, I'm a mom of 2 boys and I do 3 videos a week on all sorts, and you're gonna have to bear with me today because I've been quite poorly over the weekend, so feel a little but I'm here and I'm here to do the mummy tag, which I'm very excited to do. So I'm going to work my way through the questions and then tag some of my beautiful mama friends at the end. So number 1, what is my favourite mum hack? My favourite mum hack probably has to be, in my hallway I bought some wicker, like storage boxes. One says Leo, one that says Lucas, one for mummy, one for daddy, and I have those baskets by the front door, and that is where I store. So in the winter I put the hats and scarves and gloves in there, and then in the summer I put the sunglasses and caps, and it's just a right nice little nifty organisation hack by my front door so that all the boys' things are kept together. If they need anything important, that's also in there as well, and that is probably my favourite mum hack. What is my most embarrassing mum moment? Okay, so I have one for this. So when Leo was probably about 3 years old, we went to go and see Santa at Christmas. Now, side note, Leo was a little delayed when he started his speech, and some words he used to use other words for. So for chocolate, he embarrassingly used to use the word cock. And we were in line to see Santa. We got to the front of the queue. He sat on Santa's lap and Santa gave him his present, which was a Cadbury's selection box. And Leo ripped the present open, still sitting on the lap at this point, and just went, cock! At like, as loud as he could. All the parents in the queue were like staring. I was so embarrassed. That was probably my most embarrassing mum moment. Okay, what part of the day do you love the most? When they go to bed. I'm joking. I have to say, I think the bit that I love the most is Leo's old enough now to come over to our bed when he gets up in the morning, and he comes into bed and he always says, "Love you, mummy." Cuddle and snuggles for a couple of minutes before we get up in the morning. And then when we go into Lucas's bedroom, there's just nothing nicer when you walk in and you've just got them in the cot smiling at you. I just love that time of day and getting them up in the morning. What part of the day do you like the least? School run at the moment, because getting him in, getting him out of the car, you know what it's like getting a toddler ready in the morning and getting myself ready and getting my husband's lunch ready. And yeah, school run is just always like mayhem on a morning. The worst thing someone said to you when you were pregnant? I don't think I've had any really bad things said to me when I've been pregnant, not that I can think of. No, can't think of anything. A baby name you didn't agree on. Okay, well this is quite an easy one. There was a few that we didn't agree on actually. I really liked Sebastian. Matt wasn't a massive fan, it just made him think of the Little Mermaid. I really liked Jameson. He said that's just a whiskey. That was just his train of thought. Do you co-sleep? No. I haven't got any opinion on it really. It's just that it's just not for me. When the babies were really small, it really freaked me out having them anywhere near me in the bed. I remember when I was breastfeeding Leo when he was really little, and I fell asleep the once, and oh my god, when I woke up I was in the biggest panic. So no, we don't co-sleep, and to be fair, both boys have been really good going into their own beds, so no, we don't co-sleep. But I haven't got any problem with it. It's just that it's not for me. Something you've bought but never used. A few things I probably think. Door bouncer, we put Leo in it once. He hated it, so we never used that. I bought a Bumbo and twice. I bought it for the first one and for the second one, and they never used them, so I don't know why I bothered getting one for Lucas the second time round. But yeah, he just didn't like that. 3 hospital bag must-haves. Okay, really big pants, really big cheap dark pants, number 1. Number 2, lots of maternity towels, lots and lots and lots of maternity towels, because you go through them quicker than you think you will. And thirdly, phone charger. If it depends on your birth, but I was in the hospital for 4 days I think with Leo, and 2 and a bit days with Lucas. And if I hadn't have had my phone charger, like, to keep in contact with people, I'd have felt really isolated and really alone. So don't forget to take that with you. Also, it's really good to have your phone with you because you can listen to music, or if there's other people on the ward. Obviously your newborn will be sleeping a lot and you might not be sleeping all the time, so it's always good to make sure you've got a lot of charge in your phone. So yeah, a phone charge or a charging case. Like, I found mine really useful when I went into labour. Are you a routine mum or a go with the flow mum, and what does bedtime look like? So I'm going to split that question into 2, because I'm not a routine mum with everything. I am a very much go with the flow mum when it comes to a lot of things, like meal times are rough times, but naps are definitely routined. I've always had, when they're having 2 naps, 10 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, and bedtime is very routine. So although I'm quite laid back with a lot of other things, bedtime is very routine. So Lucas goes to bed at 7 and Leo goes to bed at 8, and that is it now. That is our routine. But the boys have always had a bedtime routine, 110%. So I do think routine is really key when it comes to bedtime. What type of labour did you have, and what pain relief did you choose? Okay, so pretty straightforward really. Both my children were emergency C-sections, and with both children I had gas and air up until the point where I had my epidural for my C-section, and that was it. Just gas and air and then my epidural. I will just highlight, when it comes to pain relief, I do think you should just go with the flow. I don't think any labour, because labour is the same. Have you ever been mum shamed? I don't think I've ever been mum shamed that I can think of. The closest thing I've ever had to being mum shamed was when I had Leo. He was probably about 18 months old, and we'd taken him to this little cafe with me, my mum and my dad and Leo, and he just started having a tantrum. Now, everybody deals with tantrums in different ways. The way I deal with mine is just to ignore him. They do it for attention, and a lot of what I try and do is to keep calm and ignore him. And I had a table of older ladies, shall we say, in their late 70s, early 80s, sitting there making comments and sitting there like this with the fingers in their ears, like, are they not going to shut it? Is she not going to shut him up? It's probably the closest I've ever got to being mum shamed. The biggest challenges you faced since becoming a mum? Definitely been my anxiety. It's something that I've always struggled with. Like, I've had depression in the past, and I kind of already knew in the back of my mind that it was something that I would probably struggle with after I had the boys. However, I didn't think it would affect me as bad as it did. Anxiety can affect people in a lot of different ways, but I get to the point where I do start getting panic attacks, like literally with everything. Like if Matt's playing with them, I'm like, or if they're too close to the edge of something, I'm like, or like, but to the point where I won't go to soft play, I won't take them to playgrounds, you know, things like that, because I can't. And Matt takes them. It's not that they don't enjoy that aspect of life, it's just that I can't do it. I end up just in a crying state, and I don't want them to see me like it. Another challenge, I suppose, has been the loneliness. If you're like me, going from full-time working mum to stay-at-home mum full-time, it can be really, really hard, that loneliness. Obviously I've got my family, I've got my husband, but I am in the house, in these four walls, 7 days a week, you know, and that can be really lonely, and I think nothing really prepares you for that. So yeah, that is probably one of the challenges I have faced. I'm getting there though. Best bit of advice you've been given, biggest piece of advice you'd give to a new mum. Piece of advice I've ever been given is I know best. It is so easy to think that you're doing the wrong thing, but let me tell you, you know best. You know that child better than anybody, and I'm not saying that you can't go and get advice, but what I am saying is that you know when that child is there's something wrong, or you will know what is best. Don't doubt yourself as a mom. You are an amazing mom and you can do it. So when somebody said to me, it's okay to think you don't know what you're doing, because let's face it, at the end of the day, we are all winging it, and it's really nice to hear that from somebody else, to say, I'm still winging it now. Like when they've got like 4 children and they're all the teenagers and they just say, I'm still winging it now. You kind of feel a bit better about yourself. And so my piece of advice that I would give to another mom would be, enjoy every day as it comes, because honestly it goes so fast. And I remember with my first boy, I was like, I can't wait till he does this, I can't wait till he does this, I can't wait until he walks, I can't wait until he does this. And it just went so quickly, and before I knew it, I've got this little toddler toddling around. And so with Lucas, I have made more of an effort to like take in every single thing and know that he will learn things as they come. Like, don't worry about when they say, oh, we should be walking by now, or we should be talking by now. They're going to learn, they're going to pick it up. Don't worry about it. That is probably that's my best bit of advice, because this time round I haven't worried at all, and he's walking and he's fine. And the last one is, who's your mum crush and who do you tag? Holly Willoughby. Who couldn't love Holly Willoughby? She is like my #1 mum crush. Yeah, definitely, 100%. And my other mum crush would have to be probably Emily Norris. I absolutely love her. She has been a lady I followed for a long time, and a lady that inspired me to start YouTube originally, so I do really like her. She's like a celebrity in my eyes. Okay, so to tag, I'm going to tag some of my lovely mummy friends. I am going to tag Jade Kimberlie. I am also going to tag Jess Green, Courtney Scarlett and Becca Howell. I'm going to tag you lovely ladies, so if you want to give it a go and you want to do the mum tag, yeah, that would be fun. So thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I know it's a bit different, but I hope you got to know me a bit more as a mum. If you do like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye.